Hi, I'm Paul Friedman, founder of the Marriage Foundation, and welcome back. You're probably a subscriber and you know that the Marriage Foundation treats marriage so differently from the mainstream. So much of what you hear in the world, like about arguing, about confrontation, about catching your spouse doing something like that, it's all wrong out there, which is why we have over a 50% divorce. I used to be a divorce mediator. I got tired of what I was seeing, and then when a couple asked me to help them with their marriage, even though they had just gone through marriage counseling, I thought, why not? Let me give it a shot. What I discovered about marriage is so beautiful. It is so amazing what marriage actually is, and we don't know about it. We're not taught about that. Did you take Marriage 101 in school? They didn't offer anything like that. Now, when we learn how to drive, it's not so hard. Pretty much everybody learns how to drive the same way. Marriage counselors don't treat marriages the same way. They say, well, it depends. No, it doesn't. And when you got behind the wheel, you had so many examples of how to drive. And you saw examples of what not to do. And that's what this particular video is about. It's 3 things not to do if you want to save your marriage. So obviously you're having problems with your marriage. Go to our website. Probably you need the course, whether you're a man or a woman. We have a course for either one because genders do make a difference in marriage. So let's get right into this. 3 things not to do if you want to save your marriage. And let's begin with number 1. This is a big thing. Don't be controlled by your anger. It is a universal problem in our society, and it goes all the way from the passive aggressive to the explosive. None of it is okay. We are not our anger. It is not a part of us. It's like a demon. And you can control it. You have to understand it. You have to understand where anger comes from, because it's not part of you. You're a soul. You have a body. You have a mind. The mind is kind of in between you, the soul, and the body. The body is intelligent, but it's dumb. But it's constantly pinging the mind. Watch out for this, watch out for that, because it's driven by the drive to survive. Because every cell that's alive, every living thing is inherently striving to survive. As a soul, you don't have to survive. You're universal, you're infinite, you're part of God. But you don't know that. When you get into this body, when you have a mind, we forget our true nature. We forget ourselves. This is not a religious discussion. It's merely factual. Anger is an instinctive reaction. It's fearful. Another equation for anger is when you don't get your way, you get angry. It's that simple. But you don't have to let it out. You don't have to keep it in your mind. You can control it. And if you want to save your marriage, you have to. Because you can't think clearly when anger takes over. You can't express love when anger takes over. You can't feel love when anger takes over. And what's the basis of marriage? Love, right? Isn't that the foundation? Isn't that why you married the person you're married to? Love. So, number 1, don't be controlled by your anger. Number 2, this kind of ties in. Not completely, but number 2 is don't react. In most cases, listen. Now, I learned this long time ago, back when I was in business. Now, I've been doing this for over 20 years. Before that, I was a divorce mediator. Before that, I was a businessman. And I had a great mentor. And he noticed that I thought that when someone asks you a question, you have to answer right away. I grew up thinking that. I'd never really learned it by anyone. It was just part of who I was. And I noticed everyone is like that. There's some who are not, and they can become more successful. We want to react. Again, it goes back to the drive to survive. But we don't have to. There's lots of ways to put off our response. We could say, for instance, oh, let me think about that. Now the mind is going, no, you got to let them know right now, and you don't. You don't. You're a free human being who's designed to be feeling joy, who's designed to be experiencing love. You're not one of those silver balls in one of those machines with the flippers. I can't remember what it's called. Pinball machine, right? I used to play those when I was a kid. They were very popular. You're not one of those. You don't have to bounce off things and be hit by things and react instantly. You have a mind. It's your mind. You get to control it. You get to control your life. So what happens in marriages is our spouse will do something and we react. Bam! We take it personally. Why? Why should we take our spouse's reactions, which is usually what they are, personally? Why should we have to react to them? We have to train our minds to react with love, to react with patience, kindness, understanding. So don't react. Listen. Listen with deep understanding. Get what's going on. And then when you respond with love. Okay, number 3, this is the most important. Don't forget why you got married. It's true. You know, it's interesting. I've been meditating for a very long time. And one of the things that we always have to remind ourselves when we meditate is to remember that we're meditating to have a deeper connection with God. It's so easy to get into the techniques of the meditation or get restless or do this or do that. And then we find the joy, and marriage is the highest spiritual path. It is designed for the reasons that you got married. Number 1, to be happy. I'm going to go further. You got married to experience happiness in ever increasing amounts every single day of your life. That's why you got married. The other reason, which is more sublime, is you got married to experience unconditional love. Now, unconditional love is a really tricky thing in this world because the world is out to get you. I'm not paranoid, it is. You know, I can remember once stopping at an accident scene where someone was hurt. I jumped out of the car to help, and someone else was pulling the wallet out of the person who was laying on the ground. And I thought, oh my God, you a-hole. And it's a treacherous world. It's a scary place. But when you get married, you're in what I call the sacred space of marriage. This is a place where just 2 of you live. Most people turn into cellmates in that space when you're meant to be soulmates. Don't forget why you got married. And you, with your free will, with your volition, with your ability to act, to say, to think, to do that which you choose, do everything that will contribute happiness and love to your marriage. What more do I need to say about that? Now, if you need help, if your marriage is really tumbling down, go to our website, sign up for the free 3-day trial, which rolls over into this incredible guarantee so you could at least begin, even if you don't stick with the program, but just about everyone does. Get the course for men if you're a man. Get the course for women if you're a woman. Learn how to get the benefits of marriage. Stop struggling. It's insane. Marriage is intended to make you happy, to fill you with love. You're supposed to feel marital bliss, for God's sake. And you can do it. So I'm Paul Friedman. I founded the Marriage Foundation. I hope you like this video. Go ahead and click like if you do. Leave a comment if you wish. Thank you for spending time with me. God bless you and take care.